All right, let's dive right in, folks. We're breaking down Chris Bumstead at the 2024 EVLS Prague Pro. Six-time Mr. Olympia, classic physique division, but this time, he's shaking things up.
Yeah, he decided to enter the open category this time.
Now that's got to be a huge change.
It really is. It's a completely different game in the open category.
So for those of us who, maybe haven't been following bodybuilding super closely,
Sure.
what's the difference really between classic physique and open?
Well, think of it this way. Open, it's all about size, right?
Yeah.
The bigger, the better. Mass monsters.
Right.
Classic physique. It's more about aesthetics, a balanced physique.
So Bumstead is going up against like a whole different breed of competitor.
Oh, absolutely. Guys have been training for size their entire careers.
And he still managed to snag second place.
That's the thing. He wasn't even aiming for the top spot, you know?
He just wanted to challenge himself.
Exactly, to see what he could do.
And he ended up right there on the podium.
It's pretty incredible when you think about it. I mean, to reshape your entire physique like that, it takes serious dedication.
So not just a champion, but a master of his own body, too.
Oh, for sure. This wasn't just about showing up, It was about completely changing his approach to training and diet.
Wow, that's a whole other level of commitment.
It is. And the best part, he said it was the most fun he's ever had on stage.
Seriously, that's wild.
It really is. It shows a lot about his mindset,
Yeah, even after reaching the top, he's still finding ways to push himself.
He's driven by the challenge, the joy of pushing his boundaries. It's inspiring.
He even said, and I'm quoting here, the decision to do something for myself, to challenge myself in a new, unknown area. Knowing the odds are stacked against me, enjoying the effort and the journey rather than seeking the result.
Wow, that's powerful.
It really is. He's not just talking about bodybuilding here.
Right, it's a philosophy we can all learn from. It's not always about the destination.
It's about the journey, right? Enjoying the process.
Exactly. And speaking of the journey, let's talk about the other guys on that stage.
Okay, yeah. We had Martin Fitzwater, who took the gold.
Huge physique, incredible back development.
And then Sean Clarida, too.
Former 212 champion, holding his own against these giants.
It must have been amazing to see them all up there together.
Oh yeah, definitely. And even though Bumstead wasn't going for the win, his performance definitely caught the attention of some big names.
Oh yeah, like who?
Well, Hadi Choopan, the reigning Mr. Olympia, called Bumstead a classic hero.
No way. And what about his coach, Henny Rambod?
Rambod talked about Bumstead's positive impact on the sport.
That's gotta mean a lot coming from those guys.
It does. It speaks to the respect Bumstead has earned within the bodybuilding community.
So it's not just about winning, it's about pushing the boundaries, inspiring others.
Exactly. And of course, after all this, people started wondering if he'd come out of retirement.
Yeah, was this a one-time thing?
Well, unfortunately for his fans, he confirmed he's sticking with retirement.
That's a shame, but I guess there's something to be said for going out on a high note.
Right. And he's not disappearing completely.
Oh, what's he got planned?
He's going to increase the prize money for the Classic Physique Olympia.
Wow, that's amazing. Why do you think he's doing that?
I think it shows his dedication to the division he dominated for so long. He wants to see it grow and thrive.
So he's not just walking away, he's leaving a legacy.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, what's next for Chris Bumstead?
I guess we'll have to wait and see. But one thing's for sure, he's not done making waves.
He's an inspiration, both on and off the stage.
So what do you think? How does Bumstead's story resonate with you so far?
Well, for me, it's a reminder that even when you're at the top, there's always room to grow, to explore, to redefine what success means to you.
He could have easily just retired after his 6th Olympia win.
But he chose to push himself further, to challenge himself in a new way.
And he found joy in the process.
That's a powerful message for all of us, no matter what we do in life.
You're right. It's about finding that spark, that passion that drives you forward.
And sometimes, the most unexpected challenges lead to the most rewarding discoveries.
So what do you say we move on and take a closer look at some of the other key takeaways from this event?
Sounds good to me. Let's do it. Yeah, it's about, not being afraid to sort of rewrite your own definition of success.
And that's what makes Bumstead's story so interesting, right? It's not just the muscles, it's the mental side of things, the willingness to embrace something totally new.
Yeah, he really redefined what it means to be a champion.
I mean, think about it. How many people at the top of their game are willing to do that?
Not many. It's inspiring and honestly a little intimidating at the same time.
So as we're thinking about this whole thing, Bumstead at the EVLS Prague Pro, retiring, What would you say is the biggest takeaway for new?
I think it's that reminder that real passion, it doesn't have limits. Even when you're at the top, there's always room to grow.
Yeah, we hear about athletes losing that spark, that love for the game after so long. But Bumstead, he's found a way to reignite it.
By doing something totally different, pushing himself in a new way.
And that makes it relatable, It's not just about bodybuilding, it's about finding that thing that pushes you to grow in any part of your life.
Exactly. And don't forget, increasing the prize money for the classic physique Olympia.
Yeah, that was huge.
It shows how much he cares about the sport, about its future.
He's leaving a legacy, not just walking away.
Giving the next generation a chance to achieve their dreams.
So what areas of our lives could benefit from, like a Chris Bumstead approach?
That's a good question. What have you been putting off out of fear?
What dream have you maybe buried because it seemed too hard?
Yeah, maybe it's time to revisit that project,
Sign up for that class you've been thinking about.
Have that difficult conversation you've been avoiding.
The point is to find what lights that fire in you.
What pushes you to grow and change.
And remember, Bumstead showed us that sometimes the biggest reward
is just enjoying the process, the journey itself.
We get so caught up in the destination,
We forget to enjoy the ride.
All right, so to wrap up this deep dive into Bumstead's story, I think we should leave our listeners with a final question to think about.
Hit him with it.
What's your open category? What challenge have you been putting off? What dream are you too afraid to chase?
Take some time and really think about that.
Maybe it's time to step onto a different stage, whatever that means for you. Embrace the challenge, find the joy in it, and let the journey unfold.
You never know what you might discover.
And remember, the world needs what you have to offer.
Don't be afraid to shine.
Yeah, it's easy to just, get comfortable, play it safe.
Right, let that fear win.
But Bumstead's showing us that sometimes you gotta take a chance, try something new.
What if he'd let fear stop him from trying open,
We wouldn't have this whole story, this amazing moment of growth and joy.
Exactly. He might have always wondered, what if?
And that's a tough question to live with.
It is. But think about this. Even if he hadn't gotten second place, even if he hadn't gotten all that praise,
Yeah.
the experience itself would have been a win.
Because he challenged himself, pushed his limits, learned something new.
It's about so much more than just a trophy,
It's a lesson for everyone, not just bodybuilders.
Right. It's about always being willing to grow, to step outside that comfort zone.
So as we finish up this deep dive, I want to ask you this.
Okay.
What's your open category? What's that challenge you've been avoiding?
Ooh, that's good. What's that thing you've been putting off?
Maybe it's time to dust it off, take that first step.
Even if it seems scary.
You might surprise yourself.
And don't forget, you don't have to go it alone.
Right. Find those people who support you, who believe in you.
Your coaches, mentors, friends, family.
Well, that's it for our deep dive into Chris Bumstead and his journey at the EVLS Prague Pro. Hope you found it as inspiring as we did.
Absolutely. Keep pushing those boundaries. Keep exploring.
And remember, never be afraid to have a little fun along the way. See you on the next deep dive. Bye for now.